Come on,
Speaking of improving, the NBA All-Star Weekend. What can we do? I know. You
not have 2 hours and some odd minutes.
But what can we do to improve this?
So,
what do we got to do to get players to try?
Not gonna happen.
Shout out to the Unrivaled League because they weren't pussies. No pun intended. They weren't scared to do it. They weren't scared to run the ones during the All-Star break.
And shout out Nafisa Collier for winning the ones. Crazy.
Also, shout out to Aaliyah Edwards. Shout out to Aaliyah Edwards for beating Stewie 11-1.
Yeah.
Yo, cooked her.
Cooked Stewie. And for those of you who don't know,
Brianna Stewart,
she's the third best player in the league.
Yeah, it's like
probably second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Aja and Stewie.
Aja, Stewie, and then Nafisa Collier.
Or you would do Aja, Fee, and then Stewie. But Stewie's no lower than 3.
Stewie 2B, 2A.
Yeah.
She's 2A, 2B with Fee.
I would throw like an INSQ up there too, but that's
I don't think INSQ is as good as the other 3 though.
Not as those.
No, yeah, and not in that format though either. But I'm just saying, like as a hooper.
As far as a hooper, she is. She's top 5.
She's tough, but she's not top 3. Like those are the top 3 players in the WNBA.
Top 5,
no, I'm just saying in that conversation.
The problem is it's those 3, and it's a gap. Like it's really the 3 of them, and then it's everybody else.
2 ways too. Like a lot of how many other 2? Like the next best 2 way is Dejanay Carrington, and she's like what? She's like barely an All-Star. No disrespect, she's a great player, but like she's not.
Yeah.
On their level as far as offensively. She's great defensively, but offensively she's just not on their level. And she's the next best 2 way.
So going back to the All-Star game, you're saying that we need a one-on-one tournament.
Yeah.
My suggestion, and I know Angel's not really the biggest fan of this, I think you need to put at stake home court advantage in the finals.
Yeah, but if you're not going to the finals, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck, yeah.
But someone will, and a lot of those players that are on our All-Stars are teams contending for a chip.
But think about it, how many people going to give a fuck for?
No. How many players are All-Stars that are not in the playoff position right now? Think about that.
Who's in the All-Star game? Yoke's not gonna give a fuck regardless.
Yoke not gonna give a fuck regardless. It's whatever.
Who else in the All-Star?
You got Curry, you got LeBron, you got Tatum, you got
Curry. Curry gonna put on a show just because he's Steph Curry, but he's not.
Damon Giannis.
He's not gonna be in the final.
These guys are in playoff. Jalen Brunson. These guys are in playoff position. They're gonna
Brunson, yes.
They're gonna care about having home court advantage.
Brown,
in the finals.
Donovan Mitchell. Tatum, of course.
I just think it's an easy thing you could do. It's not that hard to do if you're gonna go back to East versus West.
You know what? I wouldn't have a problem with trying it. I just don't think.
No, but I think it's not enough. Anything. I agree, it's not enough, but it's a start, right? Like it's a start.
Right. It's better than nothing.
My other suggestion is you need to maybe create some kind of insurance for these players. Like they get paid out X amount of money if they get hurt in this game. Like I don't know if that exists right now, but if it doesn't, like have some kind of insurance for these players. Because like if you want them to try, you got to make sure you're not messing up their bread. So I don't know if like you got to like guarantee them like 10, 20 million, whatever it is. Like and it's not everyone's cashing in on it because it would have to be a season-ending injury to cash in on it. But you just want guys to try. So I think maybe like some kind of insurance.
Well, contracts are already like guaranteed though.
No, but like it would be like an insurance just in case you got hurt. So that next time you go to negotiate a contract, right? Like, you got hurt. Yeah.
It's a buffer for what you might lose.
Yeah.
Next time you try to
because the team might not want to sign you because you got a major injury, right? Like, let's say God forbid, someone tore their ACL in the All-Star game. Wouldn't want that, but let's say it happened. And now a team's not going to give that guy the max. Well, at least he's getting $20 million in insurance money from the All-Star game.
I don't dislike that idea. I think that's a good idea. I just think the ones take the pressure off of the All-Star game itself and people will be more incentivized to pay attention to that. And then you don't have to have a bunch of superstar motherfuckers in it.
Yeah.
Like you could have...
But if there ain't superstars, who cares?
I mean, I think people will care if you got...
Who cares?
Like,
we're here to watch the stars play.
Well, hold on. Say you got Kyrie Irving in it, right? Because he said he would do it regardless.
Yeah.
So you got Kyrie Irving. Say Kevin Durant agrees to be in it, right? And then you got an average dude like a Bones Highland. Nobody even knows who that is most of the time.
Right.
But what if Bones beats Kyrie in the ones? That's crazy.
So you know what you do?
You see what I'm saying? That makes it more exciting.
You know what you do? You grab like 2 players for each competition that are just quote unquote the best at doing that in the league, and that's where you would throw it in and be like, okay, we have so the All-Stars are participating in this, but then like we got 2 players that are supposed to be like quote unquote like voted like 2 of the best one-on-one players, and we're gonna throw them in the mix. Let's see if they win this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think it should be All-Stars. I think it should just be another like game, like another
event.
Yeah, event. I don't think it should be for All-Stars.
I think the appeal though of All-Star Weekend is you get to see the best of the best competing on the same floor, and you got to kind of keep it that way.
But the dunk contest ain't that, and it ain't been that for a long time. Even
true.
when Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine was doing back-to-back 50s, they weren't All-Stars, either one of them.
And but I think the dunk contest is the exception because people just want to see good dunks, and I don't blame them.
And that's what I'm saying with the ones, though. I feel like if you have, you got to, I do agree, you got to have at least a couple like Kyrie's and Kevin Durant. Like, you got to have a couple guys like that.
Like, I don't need Nikolai Jokic.
Jokic wouldn't do it no way.
Jokic not going to do that. But I need...
Because ones ain't real hoops in the first place, to be fair.
You need a spattering of different guys, like from bums or quote-unquote bums to mid-level guys to all-stars, right? I don't know how many people will be in it. And we just see who's really nice in the ones. I feel like that'd be exciting. That way, you taking pressure off the all-stars so they don't have to, we got to do this one-on-one shit that we don't want to do, because a lot of players can't even do that. You see what I'm saying?
I'll give the NBA some credit, though. Like, they are trying new things. Like, not
I appreciate that, yeah.
Not for nothing.
They're trying.
They're trying. They just can't seem to figure it out. Now, I will say, some of their efforts are, like, kind of halved. Like, they're not really giving it their full all, because in the Rising Star game, why did the first round games go to 40, but the final of the Rising Star game went to 28? Like, what was that about?
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
And then every other game's 40. Like for the regular All-Star. Like, why does that game? Why did you guys choose that game?
I will say this. Besides the 2 hours of commercials and bullshit conversation.
And the TNT. Which, shout out to the TNT crew. Love them.
I love them.
But that needs to happen before the game, not in the middle of the All-Star game.
I did enjoy the 4-team format, though. If they did that better, and by better I mean not
2.5 hours of random broadcast shit.
Yeah. If they did that better, I think that's awesome. I'm fine with that. I thought it was cool. The reason I didn't see the fluff all like that is because I was chilling with somebody, so I was only turning to the game.
Yeah, we were sitting there watching.
Yeah, I wasn't watching. So
we're like,
if a commercial came on, or if Ernie and him was talking, my attention was someplace else. So I didn't really get the full.
I get it. You know, they wanted to put in like, you know, because like in a typical All-Star game, you have like a halftime, a show, whatever like that, and they don't have that when you got like 3 games to 40. You know, but at the same time, like it really felt like the momentum of that final game was just killed. Like, absolutely killed.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, it don't matter no way what format you have people playing. If I got to sit through a 15-minute delay,
I
don't even care to play no more, bro. Like, I'm good.
Especially if it's not like a full halftime. You're not playing a full half of basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I'm not going from
what
one half to the other half.
To get these players to try. That's the problem.
But I think, honestly, this might be a hot take. It's All-Star Weekend. We're probably never going to get them to really try. They're trying to relax.
It's mid-season, bro. They're trying to chill.
We're not.
Mom, they look forward to the All-Star break because it's their 4 or 5 days off.
Honestly, for fans, I think it's crazy for us to expect that from them.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's the All-Star Weekend.
Which is in February. They've already played 60 games.
Most of them
or 50 games.
Either preparing for the playoffs or preparing for
being at home.
This is all I'll say, right? And I'm not trying to bring hockey really too much into this, but the NHL had the same problem, right? Where people weren't trying in the skills contest, weren't trying in the All-Star game. This year they did what was called a 4-nation face-off. They had a Team USA, Team Canada, Team Sweden, Team Finland, and everyone, you know, played for the respective country where they're from, yada yada yada, and they played like a round-robin tournament and then had a final game. The final game was Team USA versus Team Canada. Canada won. But the viewership numbers were more than the Stanley Cup final Game 7 last year. They had 9 million viewers yesterday watch this game. The NBA All-Star game only had 4. Like,
well, hockey a little bit different because hockey,
Right, and I'm not
NBA
saying
is a world game, but hockey just.
I'm not saying make it a world
The
game.
best players aren't even
I'm
usually
saying-
American.
Yeah.
When it
I'm
comes to
saying
hockey.
you gotta figure it. There has to be some way out there to get people to try and get viewership in this. I think it's out there. You just gotta.
I think fans are just. I think people that are basketball fans aren't real basketball fans. They're casual. Most people that watch basketball are casual because I just enjoy seeing these motherfuckers throw lobs and shoot crazy threes and have a good time. I know they don't want to be there. They
I
wanna
will.
be
I
at
will say
home.
the average probably basketball fan probably starts watching after All-Star break
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
because like the season's so long, and you got the NFL and whatnot, and
Mm-hmm.
in the first half of the season, like the average basketball fan probably starts paying attention after New Year's. You know what I mean? So
And I
it
just
just
feel
might
like-
be a product of the environment. You just got to be okay with it.
and I don't think there's nothing really.
It's also the fact that it's
huge we could do to get
mid-season.
them- Yeah, I don't think there's nothing huge we could do to
And
get them
we
to
talked
change
about it. We
it.
did like a World versus U.S. All-Star game. Like,
But I don't even think that works because
no, they did it before, and it just
Oh, they did try to do it.
you know, and it was whatever.
I like the tournament thing. If it wasn't so much fluff, I enjoyed it.
What about like a 3-on-3 tournament?
That would be cool. A 3v3 would be cool. You could move the All-Star shit to the end of the season, too.
No, you can't. You
Why
can't.
not?
There's no one's gonna play. No one's gonna get hurt in an All-Star game right before the playoffs, bro.
No. I'm saying after the playoffs. Like NFL do.
That's fair. Actually,
And then it would just be like if you're playing.
You take the niggas that's in the finals out, maybe right before the finals, or
nah,
right
just
after.
do it after the finals. Who cares?
You could do, yeah. and
They
then-
play exhibition games against each other. Honestly, if you're gonna do it with any sport, no, you know why it's not gonna work? It won't work because contracts are up.
Fuck. The niggas ain't trying to get hurt.
People are not trying to lose their bread, unless you did it like the end
I
of
will
August.
say though, when
But
they be
people aren't
doing
trying to
their
get hurt before the
runs,
season. No one's ever trying to get hurt.
when like you see players doing the summer runs with each other in private, they be going hard.
They be going harder than that. That's what I'm saying.
So I don't
Like,
understand what the difference is. between
maybe
those.
we run the All-Star game at the end of August, like not right before the season, but like after free agency, so everybody got their bread and it's guaranteed or whatever. And you just run it then.
But don't you think that's a little the season about to start at that
The
point?
only problem with that is though, like, what team would you represent in the All-Star game? Like, oh,
That's
I
what I'm
just
saying. Training camp
yeah.
about to start.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
That's what I said. Maybe before the finals.
But no one's gonna try to lose. No one wants to lose their bread for next year. Like they're not gonna try.
Yeah, it might not be nothing you could do.
It might be, yeah.
Because it's just like, what instead? There's money ain't gonna do shit because they already make millions of dollars.
The reality is All-Star games and the idea of All-Star games have always been about trying to just please the fans who want more and more and more from the players. And the reality is, like, as we continue to go on and players in different sports realize, like, we don't give a fuck.
I think the closest you're gonna get to
What the fans
an All-Star
really
game
want,
is just World Cups and Olympics. That's it. Like that's
Yeah, like at the end of the day, All-Star weekend, like all that shit is like they be like, oh, it's to celebrate the players. It's not to celebrate the players. It's to have another event that the league can merchandise
money off.
around and sponsor
will say
around and blah
the-
blah blah
the-
to make money.
The
It's
principle
not
of,
about
of having the best like play on one court is a great concept. It just doesn't.
but
work
it's not
out.
about. It's not really about the players. It's about trying to get
Yeah.
more money out the fans
No
and more
doubt.
money from
And
TV
this
and more
ain't
money
like the
from that.
60s or not. Motherfuckers
They don't-
care about that shit. Like who? If people care, like the East-West shit, don't nobody. That's why they got rid of it because nobody cares.
They should get rid of that for playoffs too.
Motherfuckers is
That's
like-
that's another conversation.
Motherfuckers like, I'm probably gonna get traded next week anyway. Who gives a fuck if I'm on the East or the West?
Yeah, there ain't no real rivalry.
Yeah, like
So-
players don't really give a fuck about that. This
Yeah.
is the players like it's their break, to be honest, in a long ass season.
Unless you know what we should do. We should do old school. Whoever loses, pussy. And see if they be like, oh man, ain't nobody talking about me. Niggas ain't talking about- You got the hood niggas like Anthony Edwards, like, oh, I'm about to go crazy. I ain't no.
Jokic gonna be like, I don't care, brother.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Brother.
Jokic ain't gonna care.
My horses.
Brother, I just go race horses after the season.
Yeah, you gonna probably you get like Anthony Edwards, maybe Kevin Durant, but KD don't care what nobody says. So, jeez,
You know damn well.
Trae Young ain't gonna be happy
Most
about
of the
that.
hoopers in the league from the burbs, bro. Come on now.
God,
Especially today's day and age.
yeah, Tatum and them not gonna care.
They
Jesus.
all AAU ballers.
Yeah, the late 2000s was your last set of people really getting it out the mud.
Who had a chance to come out the mud? Yeah, but now
Who's getting it out the mud? Yeah,
now it's AAU ballers, bro. These kids don't care.
Chet, shout out your boy Chet. He said we do need more players out the trenches, like myself, and they was like, Chet.
Is Chet out the trenches?
He's not.
Okay.
He was like, Chet, just stop, bro.
Wait, like your boy on Walker Kessler.
Oh, YSL Cassian. He is technically from a bad part of Atlanta.
He's not from a bad part of Atlanta.
Okay, it's not the greatest part of Atlanta.
He went to a private school.
That's because he a hooper. Chill. he a hooper. He had to, he
just
some
lived
things.
in Atlanta.
College Park, you know.
Yeah, he from College Park, man. Chill. He went to private school because he a hooper. He know Thug and know. Stop playing with him. Walker Kessler watching this, he like, I don't know what these guys are talking about. I don't even know who Young Thug is.
Not know who Thug is crazy.
He like, I ain't never been to the dungeon. He like,
He like, I've played in College Park for a game. And we left immediately. So.
yeah,
Right on our coach bus.
Yeah, shout out.
All-Star. Yeah, All-Star Weekend just cooked, man.
It was fun. Mac McClung,
Mac though.
No, that's crazy. We might actually get a really good dunk contest next year.
Aaron Gordon said he still has some shit.
No, so Ja Morant said he might do it, and then
Did he really?
He said if
Okay.
they get Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, and they both kind of like quoted that tweet. Well, I don't know what it's called now. It's X. Whatever.
It's a tweet.
Yeah, it's a tweet. They quoted that and basically alluded to that they might do it next year.
Only thing,
It's probably 5 years too late for Aaron Gordon. He's kind of a little bit. His bunnies might be.
We don't know. We don't know. We ain't seen him.
That's true. I just don't know if he has what he had 5 years ago.
how he like 28, ain't he? He not old.
No, Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon got to be like 30.
You got to be 30, bro.
30? No, he like 28.
I got you.
29, 28 and a half. If you get Ja, Mac McClung.
Oh, no, he's like 29.
Okay, he's 30.
He's 30.
You
He's 30.
get Ja, Mac McClung, 30-year-old Aaron Gordon, and Zach LaVine. I think that's a decent dunk contest. It's not Clyde Drexler and Michael Jordan good or
I don't know. That might.
Hey, Mac jumped over the car, legit.
Yeah.
He did.
And
He
if
did.
you saw the
Legit.
practice, he cleared it with landing.
Yeah,
Like,
he
Yeah,
cleared
in
it,
practice
yeah.
he cleared it.
like with landing. Like he
That's what I'm saying,
He just
like-
didn't land with the game in the All-Star event, but
But no one gave a fuck that he
Yeah,
didn't
that
land
shit
it
was still
because he
crazy.
cleared a fucking car.
Yeah.
well, I mean
From the side.
I'm not
too.
gonna lie to you. The standard for a 48 and a 49 in the dunk contest is pretty low. Like once he got over that, it's an automatic 50. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because like they'll give if you just kind of do just a little something, they'll give you a 48 at least.
I think Stephen Castle did pretty good too. Stephen Cat, whatever.
Yeah.
I think he did decent.
Stephon Castle,
Stephon, yeah.
whatever.
I thought
I don't know what
Buzelis
bro
was
from
gonna-
Milwaukee was doing though. He could have kept that shit.
I thought Buzelis was gonna do better, but he was kind of chilling. I
He
feel
was
like
trying some shit though. At least
I
he
feel like Buzelis didn't practice. And he's like, I'm gonna just do some shit. He was like, I forgot I was in the dunk contest. Fuck.
That's crazy.
Let me try something. And he just started doing shit. I think that was his problem. But yeah, if you get Mac, Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, and Ja Morant to do, I think that'll go crazy. And if Zion can put the burgers down for a couple weeks, I think that'd be cool too.
Zion not putting the burgers down.
Hey, get LeBron to participate.
It was, yeah, you might as well.
LeBron. Well, you got a better chance to get LeBron than Zion, but that's unfortunate.
I think I'm not gonna lie to you. LeBron not participating in the dunk contest. Like, come on, man. Like, we deserve that in our lifetime.
But what was Brown really gonna do? He was just gonna jump really high and dunk really hard. He wasn't gonna do nothing crazy.
He could have done something crazy if he put the effort into it.
You gotta think back though.
Yeah,
His
crazy athletics.
his All-American dunk contest. All he did was jump really high and dunk really hard.
Bron been playing for 37 years, man. His first All-Star game was him and Wilt. Like, we don't.
It was Wilt's
He didn't
second
give-
to last one. That was Brown's first.
Yeah, like we don't need
Um,
like Bron.
I I saw people getting pissed.
Wishful thinking.
He was getting mad because he didn't play in the All-Star game. I was like, bro, he's 40 years old, bro. What do you want?
He's still in the league at this
That's what I'm
point.
saying. What are we talking about? He just dropped 40 the other day.
We all know damn well this game not that serious. Like, what, like why are we? You know,
Yeah, like people was like, oh, Jordan would have played. I was like, why do we gotta keep bringing up what Jordan would have did? You know what else Jordan do? Gamble.
It's the 3 on PLAXtv.